Hello and welcome. This is Science Fiction Snob, and I am back from the far future to save you from bad science fiction, or as I like to call it, fiction. The first trailer for a new Dune movie releases tomorrow, but as a little bit of a tease, I'm going to show you a few set pics from the movie. For those of you watching in the present, you might not know what a movie is, so let me define it for you. A movie is a story or event recorded by a camera as a set of moving images and shown in a theater or on television. At this point in time, a movie connects to only 2 of your 8 senses and is projected on a screen in front of you in 2 dimensions. While this is mostly correct, there have been a small, limited number of movies that have attempted a very primitive version of 3D. You watch a movie by using your sight and hearing, as basic neural interlinks are many years away from being invented. For further information on movies or motion pictures, just access the prompt with your Neuralink. So, let's talk a little bit about these Dune set pictures. Of course, every child is familiar with basic human history and knows about the predictive nature of Frank Herbert's work and the pivotal role that it has played in understanding our reality. However, none of the film adaptations of this time in our history have survived to the present. This is likely due to the Great Purge, or perhaps one of the lesser purges. As a media historian, this is what makes this movie so interesting to me and why I will continue to cover it in detail. The following pictures are not all of the pictures that have been released, but they're just a selection of pictures that I've chosen that should give you an idea of what the sets and the style of the movie is going to be. So the first shot is a picture of Timothée Chalamet as Paul Atreides. He's obviously walking along the beach in Caledon. You can see some ships up in the air. This is likely a scene where he's having a little bit of a reflective time before they leave the planet to go to Dune. So, fairly early in the movie. The second picture is of Zendaya, who plays Chiani. You can see that she's got the still suit on. She's got the nose plugs in her nose, so it looks like they're doing that, which is that way of portraying the still suit, which is very similar to how the last Dune movie portrayed the still suit. It looks like it's taken in Jordan, scene of the where much of the desert filming was done. You can see some sandy dunes in the background. Not sure if this is a picture from the movie or maybe this is just a shot taken on set. This third picture is of the House Tradies. You can see, I'm not sure who all the characters are yet. You can see Paul as third from the left. You also can see Duke Lido Atreides and Jessica, respectively fifth and sixth from the left. Just to the right of Jessica is Gurney Halleck in the background, and in the foreground it appears to be Duncan Idaho, played by the great actor and, other things too, Jason Momoa. So this is a picture of, on the left is the director Denis Villeneuve, and beside him to his right is Stilgar. He appears to be, there's a little bit of background before we go what he's doing. At this point in history, there is most movies are made, many of the most popular and most expensive movies are made in a place called Hollywood. Right now, that Hollywood is going through something called the Me Too movement, which is a movement where people come forward and expose the degeneracy and the perversion of those that work at the highest levels of Hollywood. So this is mainly, studio heads, producers, some directors occasionally. So they usually abuse the lower echelons in Hollywood, the lower level actors, that sort of thing. So the director is either demonstrating how he sexually abuses cast members by grabbing their breast with one hand, or perhaps he's trying to get across some something about the next shot that they're going to do, how they're going to do it, moving things around, that sort of thing. We're not sure from this picture, but based on the time frame, what's going on, it's probably about equally likely of either of those two scenarios. So this next picture is Gurney Halleck. Josh Brolin is playing that part. You can see that this appears to be some sort of armor. He's carrying a knife at his side. There is, as far as we can tell, there's no, I don't notice anything that could be some sort of shield on the armor. Now, however, based on the background, it looks very sandy. This is maybe when they first arrive onto Arrakis, this an ornithopter in the background there, perhaps. So perhaps he doesn't have a shield attached. So it'll be very interesting to see how the shields, if they're going to use shields. The rumor is that they will, and it'll be somewhat similar to the last Dune movie, but we'll see. We'll see on that. This next shot is of Jessica, Lady Jessica. Rebecca Ferguson is the actress, and again, it looks like a Reverend Mother garb, so that might give us a suggestion about how Reverend Mothers are going to be portrayed in the movie. Is this from the movie, or is it a set pic? Hard to tell. You've just got a blue background. It could be taken at night, but not much other clues from this picture. A shot of Oscar Isaac, the playing Duke Lido. He is again in armor as well. You can see the long knife by the side, and Gurney Halleck to his front, to the left of the picture. This is, again, it looks like just the cavernous area. It looks like they're coming down out of a larger ship onto the surface of Arrakis. That's probably what this shot is. Whether it's directly from the movie again, or a promotional picture that was taken during, we're not sure. This is a picture of Jason Momoa, the actor who's playing Duncan Idaho. Now, I'm sure most of my viewers will know about Jason Momoa, the greatest and oldest known actor to us in the present. You probably know him from almost embarrassed saying this because this is so obvious. Everyone's going to know. You know him from the various Aquaman documentaries. So he's also the first known metahuman on Earth. Maybe I should edit that out. At this point in time, I'm not sure if most humans know about metahumans, so perhaps they don't know about his status. Anyway, he's the first metahuman. I'm not sure how he got this part, playing this part, considering the fact that he has so much to do ruling his underwater kingdom and protecting the earth, that sort of thing. But did they know that he was a metahuman when they gave him this part? I don't know. Though it would be smart if they did use him, because anyone who knows the Dune saga knows that Duncan Idaho is the one character that pretty much is involved in all of the saga. So most metahumans do not have slower aging factors. They don't age as fast as normal humans. So it would be smart to put him in that position, as he would keep his youthful looks longer than anyone else, and that could help if you're doing multiple movies. So anyway, just for my viewers in the present, if you are interested in watching any other of the Aquaman documentaries, just have it known that only the first Aquaman documentary has come out at this time. So there's a number of other documentaries you can see if you're so interested. I'll just name a few of them here. You could see Aquaman: Rise of the Oceans, Back to the Sea, Dark Depths, First Wave, The Next Wave, Final Wave. Those are all quite popular. Water Games, SeaWorld, Firewater, and some of the other ones that are popular. Return of the Mermen, Revenge of the Merpeople, and Last of the people. So just a small selection of the various Aquaman documentaries that may interest you if if you're so inclined learning more about this great and most famous actor. Next picture we have Late Kynes. This character is played by Sharon Duncan Brewster. So a bit of a controversy when this came out. In this time, I know that it seems silly to be arguing about gender, but this at this time this is a bit of a controversy where Late Kynes is portrayed as a within the, as we know, he's male. So this is obviously a female portraying this this character at this time in this movie. Now, I'm not sure why they did that. There is some political aspects going around during the time frame where women are not portrayed enough in movies, so perhaps they decided to put a woman in this role to I guess they call it virtue signal. I'm not sure exactly what that means, but perhaps that's why they're doing it. Gender really doesn't matter. But then again, in the Dune, in the time frame of when Dune occurs, this was a male. This person was a male. He identified as a male, so it seems kind of strange to switch it. And also, the time of when the books take place, the books and the movies and the actual historical time is very much a patriarchal society, as we know, though very similar to sort of medieval Earth time frame where the men are take the leadership and lead roles, and though women do have some leadership roles and they have influence, their influence is usually more in the background. So this is a very interesting choice by the people who are making this movie, and it's not historically accurate, but it'll be interesting to see how it goes, and I will, I'll let you know when my review of the movie comes out to see how well that this actor does and how it affects the film. So this shot is of Paul Atreides and Lady Jessica. It's you can see they both have their still suits on. It's taken obviously in the desert, so it's on Dune. This is likely it could be a promotional picture, but if it is from the film, then it's likely after the Harkonnens have come back, taken back Dune, but Paul and Lady Jessica have escaped. So this may be another portion of the film is that it's rumored that the film will be shown in two parts. The first part soon, and then the rest of it at some time in the future, probably the next year. This rumor is fairly strong, as it's already been the director is pretty much all but confirmed that that's what he's going to do. It's a very long movie, and they're going to present it in two parts. So there's been some discussion about where the split would go in the movie, and the most logical place is likely to be right after Paul and Jessica have escaped from the Harkonnens. They're in the desert, but before they've met the Fremen, or perhaps right after they meet the Fremen. So this shot could be a part of that, either right before or right after they've met the Fremen. So that might be interesting to see where they do with that. So again, we have a better look at the still suits here, nose plugs, how they fit. I wasn't much of a fan of the still suits at the beginning, but they're kind of starting to grow on me. These they look better in these shots than I first thought. So so we'll see what decisions they've made with Paul and Jessica and where the film will be split. And the last shot we have, again, is two Fremen and two of House Tradies, all in their still suits. Not in the desert so much, but in the desert, but probably on a rocky Dune. Dune is, those of you who might not know, in the book of Dune, there are people can't live in the desert, so there's on various rocky outcroppings. That's where the Fremen live. So this is likely at at the Siege, where Fremen live, and you've got from left to right. You've got, of course, Lady Jessica, Chiani, Stilgar, and Paul Atreides. So this again may be a promotional shot. Could very well be a shot from the movie. Looks like they have just sometime after they've met up. This, depending on where they split the movie, as I just spoke about, this perhaps might not be in this first part, and it might be part of the second part. But we'll have to wait and see what happens. So that concludes my look at some of the set pictures, promotional pictures that have come out so far for the new Dune movie, supposedly releasing in December of 2020. Hope you enjoyed it. Exciting day today, tomorrow. We'll be looking at the new trailer, and check back the channel to see my analysis of that. I'll be taking a look at it and giving my opinions on it. Like, subscribe, all that stuff, and I will see you next time.